So let's continue from where I stopped. You see that after setting these dimensions, the next thing you do is just click on resize. It tells you that it has been resized successfully. So the next thing you will also do is don't bother about seeing multiple numbers of this same thing I created. I was using it, I was just playing around with it. But the key thing is, after you must have designed your book cover, I may have to undo the things I did before. So what I will undo now is I have to right click and ungroup. So I click on group. So in Canva, when you're talking about merging of layers and preventing edit guides from showing in your Amazon Kindle print previewer, in Canva, what you just need to do is, once you have selected your elements that you use to design your book, you right click and group. That does it. You will notice that this is on another page. You will have imported this, just set up a different page, as in if you want to create a new page on Canva, you already know what to do. Just click on this plus. This video is not for teaching about Canva, how to use Canva. I'm just assuming that everybody that is watching this video already knows how to use Canva. So you do this, and then the next thing you do is you import it into Canva. You import your design. So after importing it and merging it, as it were, that's word merge. So while you merge, you group it, is you can move it as a whole, as a single thing. So you move it, drag it up to where that layout from Puko W is, and just wait for it to set. Layer it and then let it drop. Once it's there, you begin to, this is where you need to be very careful now. It covers it, so you have done that design. You now begin to ensure that you can zoom in and see if there's any space. Because that's what they call the bleeding line. That bleeding line is where they cut, where they are manufacturing the book, they will have to cut from. So you always see three kind of lines, and the red line is a line where you can see here, this red, there's a place they call the red line, as this white space, the border of this white space. All your design elements, both background design and elements, must fall within this white space. That's what they call the red line. Okay? Then you just zoom. What I do, I have to zoom, because if you don't zoom properly, sometimes you don't get to see that edge. So to be sure that you are doing the right thing, once you have it layered like this, click on resize again and check this particular page. Take note of the page you are working on. This page is page 2 now. Okay, page 2. You have to click on resize again and see. You can see I've already set it before, so you can see is page 2 is set to that same dimension in inches. Then once I can't see any space anywhere, so the next thing I do now is, since it has fit properly, don't just, after doing this, you just come and do file download and the rest. Drag this layer, because this layer now is set on that, drag it out, just create a different page and drag it to that different page. Drag it so that, because they don't want to see that design guide. The mistake I was making was, each time they rejected mine, it happened that I was including the design guide, even though I've converted it to PDF. How I know is that once I click on the PDF, it gives me a momentary, it first flashes this design guide before actually loading the graphic, this design guide. So what I did was, after dragging it, after doing that, so a new page, just make sure that